All right, Shalom, Kahala Yahal Bashim Yahushai Bahashim Rakakodash, double honors to the elder apostles and elder bishops of GMS, including the elder that came before them, that taught us this truth. Shalom and salutations to all the brothers that push the word of truth and in sincerity, the hopeful elect tabernacle of David. All right, so I got to do this every now and then because the devil himself, the Idumean, refuses to give this any play. So share it, and if you don't share it, learn how to do it so you can push it out there. I saw this little video, and it's an excerpt from this guy. What's his name? The last interview that he did with this guy. We'll go into it. All right, we'll go into it. Lex Friedman is his name. You know, small hat. And this is very telling, okay? And it's the perfect opportunity to bring this out again. So let's start here. Acts 11, all right, and 19, not even 19. The church at Antioch. Let's read 19, okay? Now, they which were scattered abroad upon the persecution that arose about Stephen traveled as far as Phoenice, Cyprus, and Antioch, preaching the word to none but unto the Jews only. All right, so this is the New Testament, right? And I mean, the Jews only is talking about the Gentiles. Okay, don't get confused, but those Gentiles were Jews. The Gentiles that Paul went unto were Jews, plain and simple. Okay, so it says, now they which were scattered, who's scattered abroad? The Gentiles, the Israelite foreigners. All right, but unto the Jews only. It tells you right there what's going on. Okay, now we're going to go from there. We know who we're dealing with. Let's jump down here. Start at 25. Then departed Barnabas to Tarsus for to seek Saul. And when he had found him, he had brought him unto Antioch. And it came to pass that a whole year they assembled themselves with the church and taught much people. And here's the point. And the disciples were called, they were calling those Jews, okay? They were calling the disciples who were Jews Christians first in Antioch. Okay? These Christians, right, were Jews. Okay? Judah, Benjamin, and Levi, who were there in the land at the time. All right? So remember this. They were calling them Christians. Okay. Now, we're going to watch this. Then we'll come back and get some more precepts and we'll qualify everything that's going to be said. All right, so, and this is very interesting because this is the crux of the situation right here. Okay? And this guy Friedman, right? Where's he at? There he is. When he's going to try to qualify the N word. Okay? And then what we're going to do is we're going to cut you off there too. We know who the Jews are. We know who the Christians are. The Christians are the Jews. All right? Christian was a taunt, if you will. All right? The word Christian, that was a byword. Okay? And we'll get byword too, Lord willing. They were making fun of them. Follower of Christ. You're a follower of Christ, a Christian. Now everybody's a Christian, right? And don't know what the word means. Follower, it means a follower of Christ. Let's find out.
Is there somebody in your life close to you that you trust enough to call you out on your bullshit? We're all full of shit sometimes. What's my bullshit?
You're full of shit. Sorry, I'm gonna start it again. This dude is full of shit. First of all, we got you, devil. We got you completely.
Is there somebody in your life close to you that you trust enough to call you out on your bullshit? We're all full of shit sometimes.
What's my bullshit?
Well, some of it I pointed out today, but I don't
What
know
was
you
the
deeply
bullshit,
enough.
though? What was the bullshit?
Jewish media, Jewish.
That's not bullshit.
Yeah, he's getting angry. Catch me with my commentary at the end. I'm prophet.
The bullshit is that the Jewish media
No.
won't admit.
Your dad was right.
The
Your dad was right.
the-
The words you used, you weren't. The
and
point
I
you were.
said it. You're not gonna make me say it 800 more times.
I don't know if it resonated because you keep saying like the words.
Did it resonate to y'all that y'all ain't do nothing about it, and that all y'all want to do is have somebody apologize and sweep under the rug your bullshit that you've been doing the whole time? You on the same bullshit as the other people. So you're doing the same thing that the other, let's say media, because I'm not allowed to say, has done. So until somebody
Which is
stands
what?
up,
Which is what, man?
is
Which is what?
is
I'm trying to call you out on your bullshit because I hope I'm somebody you can trust.
I
That's
don't
it.
fuck trust you.
Never trust thine enemy.
Well, you should find people in your life you can
Don't
trust.
tell me what I should do. I'm not one of your BLM marchers.
It just rings wrong.
And that's the
Just
thing.
like the N word when.
Just like the what? Just like the what? Look where he tried to go with it. This is a chess game, okay? They're playing chess. What does he do? He moves the queen. He gets the strongest player on the chessboard and he tries to move it.
Wrong.
And that's the
Just
thing.
like the N word when spoken by people that have the same skin color as me, it reminds people of a very dark time.
It does what? It does what? This is the crux of the whole video, all right? Because we're going to break down that word.
N word when spoken by people that have the same skin color.
One more.
Wrong.
And that's the
Just
thing.
like the N word when spoken by people that have the same skin color as me, it reminds people of a very dark time.
I know. If Jewish people would accept that I'm Jew, then they would see what I'm saying in a different way. They would hear it in a different way.
But see, the people, you saying you're Jewish, that.
No, I'm Jew, not Jewish. Jewish means like that of a Jew. I'm saying I'm Jew.
You're a Jew.
Blood of Christ.
That
Orthodox
comes from,
Christian.
right.
With Africans, how many times you've heard like a rapper, talk about we were kings? That's incorrect. If we're Jew. If we're Jew, and since we are, we weren't the kings. We were the slaves that Moses freed. Africans have always said, you've listened to rap music and hear black people say, we kings, we blood of the pharaohs. And if we are Jew, then we weren't. We were the people that Moses freed. And when we talk about, have you heard black people talk about 400 years of slavery?
Mm-hmm.
All right. That is and we're having this history lesson, right?
The word king in the Bible is applied to God.
Now they go into this bullshit. Okay, so he goes into, look, king of, wait. All right, let me let it play. Instead of this word, instead of that word, let's call each other what? No, we don't need this. We need to figure out what this means.
Ruler of the earth. They say we made in God's image, so let's call each other the righteous kings. Kinga, descendant of God. Prophet must have gonna change.
Okay, good enough. That was a great discourse. Let me get this one more time.
Way. They would hear it in a different way.
But see, the people, you saying you're Jewish, that.
No, I'm Jew, not
that. I want this. Hold on.
You should find people in your life you can trust.
Don't tell me what I should do. I'm not one of your BLM marchers.
It just rings wrong.
And that's the
just
thing.
like the N word when spoken by people that have the same skin color as me, it reminds people of a very dark time.
Well, let's go to the Bible. Okay, so remember in Acts 11, and the disciples were called Christians first in Antioch. Now we go to Acts 13 and 1. Now there were in the church that was at Antioch certain prophets and teachers, as Barnabas and Simeon, that was called, whatever that word is right there, starts with an N, and Lucius of Cyrene and Manaen, which had been brought up with Herod the Tetrarch and Saul. Okay, Saul is the Apostle Paul. Go right here to 9. Then Saul, who's also called Paul. Okay. They were calling them a bunch of Christians, right? Pursuant to Acts 11. Okay. All right. Go to 13. They were calling them, or Simeon was called the N word. Now we go to the Strong's Concordance in the blue letter. Let's see. Let's go to blue letter first. Here's this word. Here's how you say it. Let's see, a nigga will, he'll start twisting vowels, and let's let the devil say it.
Strong's G 3526. Niger. Niger.
So it's not Niger. It's not Niger at all. Okay? Now, you come down here and you get the definition. Okay? And they're gonna throw a head fake here. Doesn't mean that. Okay, it doesn't mean black. Surname of Prophet Simon, Simeon, correct. Now, Strong's definition, it's not that. Of Latin origin, is not that. It's not that. It's that. Okay? Precept upon precept. This word, okay? This word right here,
Strong's G 3526. Niger. Niger.
the N word means, here's the definition right here. Don't let the devil fool you. Now, let's go to the Strong's in the blue letter. In the Bible Hub. All right? We know how to say it now. Niger, right? Is not that. Doesn't mean the same thing. The definition isn't the same word. The definition is Christian. The definition is a Christian. Now, when you go precept upon precept, Acts 13 and 1. Now, there were in the church that was at Antioch certain prophets and teachers, as Barnabas and Simeon. That was called Simeon. That was called. What does this word mean? A Christian. Okay, now you go back to Acts 11. And the disciples were called Christians first in Antioch. So, no two ways about it. What this word means, what the N word out of the Bible, it's not Niger. See, this devil knows what it is. So when you go back to this idiot, well, when you say that word, well, what does that word mean? It points directly back to who? The Jews. The N word points at the Jews. Acts 11, where is it? Acts 11 and 19. Preaching, I'm going to just jump down here. Preaching the word to none but unto the Jews only. Okay? They taught much people. How did they teach much people? By preaching to them. They were preaching to the Jews because they were Jews themselves. Okay? And the apostles and brethren that were in Judea heard that the Gentiles had also received the word of the Most High. Gentiles, Jews. Judeans, Jews. Brethren, Jews. Apostles, Jews. Christians, Jews. Niggers, Jews. Strongs. Here's what the word means. Definition: a follower of Christ. All right. So when we go back here and we watch this again, this dude, hey, we know the truth.
Spoken by people that have the same skin color as me. It reminds people of a very dark time.
Yeah,
I know.
when we were being thrown to the lions, in the last days, the Christians will be persecuted. The niggers will be persecuted. They threw the Christians to the lions. They threw the niggers to the lions.
Like the N word when spoken by people that have the same skin color as me.
When you understand what the word means, everything changes. All right, so with that, we hope that the elect were edified. You brothers and few sisters get the word out that the N word means a Christian, plain and simple, out of the Bible, precept upon precept. All right, shalom.